So here we are on the final night before the Tour of the West 2019. Now, if you don't know yet, Tour of the West is a trip that my friends and I take. Just one friend and I did it last year, and we rode from Little Rock to Austin, Texas, to Albuquerque, then up through Santa Fe and Pueblo, Colorado, and then I rode back to Little Rock by myself. This year we're doing it again, and instead of just he and I going, there's actually going to be 5 of us going this time. Me and him again, but then also my friend Tony, Casey, and my other friend Tyler's cousin Drew is going. And so I thought I would do this last video. This is the night before. It's like 11 p.m. We're going to leave at like 8 or 9 in the morning. And I've pretty much got all my shit together, but I haven't packed it. So this is going to be a combination packing video. This is going to be a combination review video on my Kriega US-30. And this is also just going to be a general video on how to pack for a long distance, multiple day motorcycle trip. Today is May 22nd, so we're leaving on the 23rd. This will be me and 2 of my friends riding to Austin on the 23rd. Once we get to Austin, by the way, we're actually going to Bertram, Texas, but it's the Austin area, so I just call it Austin. Pretty much like I call this Little Rock. We're going to Bertram, Texas, the 3 of us. Once we get to Bertram on May 24th, we are going to set out on a 1,000-mile ride with my friend in Bertram and his cousin. So that's the 5 of us. On Friday, we're going to ride from Bertram all the way up to Pueblo, Colorado. But we're also going to go to Cloudcroft, New Mexico. This is going to be our 1,000-mile. We're going to try and get Iron Butt certified on this trip. So it's a pretty big deal because you get a license plate for him. That's Friday. Saturday, when we get to Pueblo, Colorado, we're going to be at my friend's dad's house there. He is going to take us up through the Rockies. Last year we went through the San Isabel Mountains. This time we're going up through Vail, Breckenridge, and all that. I'm not exactly sure where all we're going, but it's going to be like a 400-mile ride that day. That's going to be Saturday, May 25th. Excuse me. Sunday is a day of rest, just like in the Bible. That's going to be our day of rest. I think the Indy 500 is that day. There's also an AEW pay-per-view this weekend. I think is it Friday night maybe? It's Double or Nothing. We might try to buy that if we can get to his dad's house on time. Sunday is the day of rest. That's May 25th, I'm guessing. May 26th is Memorial Day. That's the day we head back. The people from Little Rock will split somewhere in North Texas from the people in Bertram. They will head to Bertram. We will head back to Little Rock. And it's going to be a lot of miles. I think it's going to be around 3,000 miles in just 4 or 5 days. But this is a big trip. It's a big trip, or for me it is. This isn't a, some guys go on like multiple week trips. This isn't that, but it's a pretty big trip still. So let's get to packing our shit. So first off, I've got a tank bag, and in this tank bag, it's the little stuff that you want to really make sure you've got. I've got a little flashlight, chapstick, because your lips are gonna get dry out on the road. I've got a lighter. I think I got 2 lighters in here. No, I got a lighter. I got a battery tender USB charger. I've already got a lot of chargers on my bike, but this is just an extra one just in case something goes wrong. Got a little pocket knife there. This is just some extra junk for my Senna. There's no chance I'm going to use that. On the inside here, I've got some ink pens. I've got a air pressure gauge for our tires. By the way, this is a Sedici bag that I got from Cycle Gear. I don't remember how much it was. I got my Ruger SP101 in here. I've got 3 USB cables for charging things. I also have my wall charger from the house. I've got a thing of paracord. Got some duct tape. I've got a SOG multi-tool in here. I've got some extra AAA batteries. And I have a really good flashlight. Really good flashlight. This is a cheap flashlight. I got 2 of these for like 15 bucks on Amazon, but they're really worth it. Really well done. So that's everything in my tank bag. So let's set that over here. I kind of think the tank bag is good to go for right now. Now, my Kriega is where you're going to put all your big stuff. So it's not the only thing that's in my Kriega right now. I've got a few things in this top pocket. I've got some more chargers just for my Senna and some other stuff. I have a flat kit for plugging in case we have a flat. This is, don't laugh, but I've got a little mini pump. I know that airing up a motorcycle tire with this will be a nightmare. I know that, but it's better than nothing. So I've got that in a flat kit. That's why I have the lighter, by the way. There's a little more paracord in here, but there's a little multi-tool in here also. Just a few little things. So that's all I've got in here right now. Most everything's going to go inside the Kriega, not in that little pocket. So the first thing I think I'm going to pack, I want to pack to where the things that I'm not going to need on the road are down here in the bottom where I don't have to worry about it much. And I think that's going to be like my underwear, socks, things like that. Thermal liners. We actually, this is, even though it's May going into June, we're going to run into some really cold weather up in the mountains, up in the Rockies. On the ride Friday through Cloudcroft, it's going to be cool, but I don't think it's going to be bad. We're not going to need like full-on thermals and stuff like that. So I'm going to go ahead and put the thermals and my socks and my underwear at the bottom of the bag because that's what I'm expecting to use the least. Now when I put this in there, I don't fold anything. I roll stuff up. Just like this. And this is how I do everything. So that's going in the bottom. And again, this is a Kriega US-30. And I tell you what, you're going to be surprised at how much shit I pack into this bag. Because it really packs a lot. So these are my thermals that I'm packing. This is like a base layer. These are from Polar Tech. They're actually from the Army. My dad had these, I want to say when he was in Iraq, and just brought them back and just gave them to me. So we'll be using that. I realized I didn't put my SP up. Okay, so there's those. I've got some actual just regular old long johns for an upper. We're going to go ahead and pack that. And I kind of half fold them, half roll them up, but I'm mainly rolling. And the whole time I'm just packing stuff down and just shoving it down in the bottom. And then down at the bottom, along with those liners, I'm going to go ahead and put my, I'm going to bring like 2 jackets. Because let me tell you a story from last year. There's a place in Colorado called Trinidad, and it's right north of Raton Pass. I was not prepared for cold weather at all, and I had to ride through that in just pretty much my summer jacket and a t-shirt at like 6 in the morning. And let me tell you something, I got cold. And I'm no stranger to being cold. You know, I deer hunt. I did a lot of camping as a kid. Even during the winter, we did camping. And this was cold to me on the bike. And the main reason was because I just wasn't prepared. I, had just t-shirts and stuff on. I stopped in Trinidad and put on every t-shirt I had in this bag. I put it on. And put my rain liner in my summer jacket, but it's still a mesh jacket, so I got so cold that I was actually shivering on the bike and couldn't continue on. And so I actually stopped at a McDonald's and had some coffee and a little bit of breakfast just to try to get something hot inside of me. And I did that for about 20 minutes, maybe 15. And then I got back on the bike and I took off again. And I was still shivering. I was still shivering so bad I couldn't operate the bike. Guys, I was about almost 900 miles from home. I was somewhat concerned at that point that I had it in my head that no matter what, I was going to make it home, even if I had to pull over every 10 miles and stop and warm up on my own exhaust pipe. I was going to stop and do that, but I had to keep moving because you gotta get home. You can't just sit out there on the road all day long. That's I think everybody has I wasn't ready for it to be that cold that late in the year in Colorado kind of a story, but that's mine. And so because of that, I actually made it home I'm sorry, I didn't finish up the story, but I made it home. I persevered, and about 20 to 30 minutes later, either my body adjusted or it warmed up. The sun did come up, so maybe that was part of it. But I just kind of warmed up on my own, and I'm not really rolling that up. Maybe I should, but I'm not going to. Not right now. But anyway, after a while, I just kind of warmed up on my own, and things were okay after that. And I come through Raton Pass, cut east through, the top corner into Mexico into North Texas, and went on home through Oklahoma. Things were fine. But to keep that from happening again, I invested in some really high dollar gear this year. I've got, this is an Alpine Stars Andes 2 touring jacket. I've got the pants that go with it. I've got the liners that go with it. This is going to help out a lot. Here are the liners, by the way, right there. I think this is some of the underwear I'm going to wear. Not to be crude, but this is like some neoprene, or not neoprene, but like nylon, lycra kind of a material. It's for exercising. I'm going to wear this for the hot weather. This is probably all I'm going to wear under this jacket and pants for the hot weather. And then I've got a t-shirt here for when we get to Pueblo. There's going to be of course, our day of rest. But also, when we get there, we might want to go into Pueblo and go somewhere to eat or something like that. So, roll this up. Try to roll everything up where it doesn't have just huge creases and like wadded up stuff on it. Let me pause it for just a minute because I got another shirt in the dryer. Let me see if I can go grab it. Okay, sorry about that. I wanted to make sure this stuff was dry. So here's another t-shirt I'm packing. That's 2 t-shirts. I really don't know that I need that many because, like I said, I'm not going to be wearing hardly anything in the heat. The only time I'm really going to be wearing more clothes is when we go up in the mountains. So probably we'll need some extra clothes for that. And if there's probably for Sunday, we're gonna be just chilling out. So here's one pair. I think I'm only gonna take one pair of jeans. I think that's all I'm gonna take. So here we go. Putting that in there. And like I said, I'm always smashing this stuff down in there. Got one more thing. Hold on. My nice new cool Suzuki X-Star shirt. I'm gonna go ahead and pack that. I'm only bringing this just because I might need to. We might go somewhere decent and I'll need to look nice. So this is kind of a synthetic material, so it rolls up nice and tight anyway. Okay, so that's like 1, 2, 3. This is 4 shirts, 1 pair of jeans, a lot of thermals, jackets, and all my underwear and socks. We've still got a ways to go. So now we're into the things that I think we might need, like on the road. So I've got a first aid kit. We're gonna throw that in there. I'm gonna throw. There's my toiletry items. Now there's a lot of stuff in here. Let's go through. Ibuprofen, BC powder, omeprazole, nasal strips, just some moisturizer cream because there again, like the chapstick, you're going to be dry out there on the road all day, so some moisturizer cream just in case you need it. Contacts, fresh contacts just in case these decide to get old in the middle of the trip. Got a pair of glasses in here just in case that all fails. Contact solution, travel size toothpaste, travel size deodorant. I've got some sunblock. I've got some Gold Bond spray. Toothpaste, Nasacort. I've got some tooth floss or some dental floss, toothpicks there. I think that's everything on that. Let's see if I can't push some air out of there. Every little bit counts. Let's shove that down in there. And not sure if I said it, but that's got chapstick in there. Let's go ahead and throw that in there. 2 water bottles, just because it's always good to have some water. Either your bike might need it or you might need it. We're getting there. And then finally, this is a MSR fuel bottle. This has got gasoline in it. And I want to say this is 30 fluid ounces or 887 milliliters. We're going to throw that in there too. So there's that. Alright. So I think that's everything we need, or everything I've planned anyway. So let's go ahead and roll this. The Kriega is really cool because everything, it's this bag, but then on the inside there's a waterproof liner that's actually removable. There's some Velcro there. I'm not going to mess with it because I'm just not going to. But this is totally 100% waterproof. Everything in here will stay dry. So let's roll this up, push all the air out of it. There you go. That is just damn near everything I'm going to need on this trip. That's gas, water, toiletry items, all my just incidental stuff, clothes, liners, all that. Well, it's not liners, but it's my jackets and thermal underwear and all that crap. So there we go. There's the Kriega. It's a pretty good chunk. Okay, let me see if I can fit this in there. These are some printouts that I made for all of us to take with us. Number one, this has the map and route from Google on it for the 1,000-mile ride. This also has our application for an Iron Butt 1000, which we're going to try to do. I'm going to try to fit it in this little pocket up here at top. It might be a little too tight for that. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that. Ooh, that's going to be tight, but we can try it. Ooh, boy, that's tight. That's real tight. It's in there. I kind of feel like good luck getting it out. We're in there. Wow, I didn't think we were going to get that in there. So on the Kriega, like I said, this pocket up here at the top is, I think it's water resistant. This pocket up top is not waterproof, but it's very water resistant. It's got a very heavy zipper, and you can tell it's kind of water resistant. There's also a pocket underneath here, but I normally just use that for keeping my straps and stuff. So, wow, that's heavy. I'd say that's probably about 40 pounds. For my liners, and I want to say my extra visor. Okay, this is my extra visor, so I can swap it out on the road. Set this up. On my helmet, I have a Senna. I believe that's an S10 or a 10S. It's not an S10. Okay, so, gosh, I don't know if I can. Surely I can fit my liners in here. Just need to retighten them, so, or re-roll them. So these are my liners for my Alpine Star pants and jacket. Yeah, this will work just fine. It's going in there. Yeah, like I said, I got cold last year. I am not doing that again this year. I am coming pretty much over prepared. Alright, just gonna throw this in there. And honestly, I think we're kind of done. There's more room in here, but I don't know what to put in it. That is so full. That is packed full. That's a 30-liter bag, and I guarantee you that's all 30 right there, boy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to strap the backpack on top of the Kriega on the back of the Bandit. Obviously this will go on the tank. I've got my phone charger and all that on the bike, so I think we're ready to go. Let's go outside and put it on the Bandit, see how it looks. Okay, so here we are out in the garage getting ready to put this stuff on the bike. I've already got the tank bag on here. I'm going to go ahead and put the Kriega on. Now the Kriega works by when you get the Kriega, you get these little straps, and you put them under your seat, and you attach them to your subframe. And it's just kind of up to you how you do that. Everybody's going to be different. So there you go. So The good thing about it though is when you're done, you can flip these back under and there you go. Nobody knows that you've got that under there and it's not that bad. So. Alright, so now we've got those are pretty much your mounting points. Now, with the Kriega, there's a couple things you can do. Wow. Number one, the straps are all under here in this bottom packet. All these zippers have a cover that you can push the zippers up into, and that makes them even more waterproof. So, actually these need to get pushed in. This has an attachable, like a separate strap you can use to like treat this thing like a messenger bag. And when you do that, you have to take these little hooks out. Since I'm not doing that, I'm going to push them back in. Like you could use it as a satchel, is what I'm saying. There's another strap in here that would attach to these, and you can just put it over your shoulder. Since I'm not doing that, I'm going to put these hooks back up so they're not in the way. There we go. Okay. So on the Kriega, like I said, you got a couple ways you can do this. You can ride it like that, and I think that's what I'm going to do this time. Last year I rode it like this, and it just kind of has a tendency to creep forward into your space as a rider. This, to me, looks a little better. So, you take your strap. This has got an aluminum hook on it. All you gotta do, hook it through the strap that you attach to the subframe. And then you just snatch it to that. You can see where this is going. And as you can see, man, I really put a lot of stuff in this Kriega. I mean, a lot. And it's going to ride back here and do real good. And it's going to be completely and totally anchored to the bike. And as long as these little straps are in, you don't have to worry about a thing. Okay, so now we've got them all hooked. Kind of just move them a little bit how I want, and then you just cinch down. Oh yeah, it's looking good. And it's even got these little things on the straps to keep stuff from flapping around while you're going down the road. So you wouldn't have that flopping around. It's got this little thing that you can use to. There you go. So now that's not going to do that. And you've got a bunch of stuff on your bike like that. How does that look? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And then honestly, you got yourself a pretty decent backrest. yeah. Alright, so that's all my essentials. This is all my junk. This is all my other junk in my tank bag. But we got this. This is my liner and my extra visor. I forgot the strap on this thing broke, so anyway, I'm just going to make it to where those straps are pretty tucked away. I've got some bungee cords. Bungee cords, I mean, you know, just going to have to see what you can do with them. There's hooks here though. So the cool thing about the Kriega is there's hooks all over it to hook more things to your Kriega. So what do you think of that? Let's try it on the other side. We got one more. That's kind of a wonky bungee cord job on that thing, but whatever. Okay, that'll hold going down the road anyway, so there you go. And then just to oh man. This has been the final prep series video for the Tour of the West 2019. We've got the Bandit loaded out. And I think we're ready. We'll see you later.